season as well. And Chico, both of these teams, both these coaches have had so much impact on the teams. And we'll see in the draft how much impact they have in Season 10 as we jump straight into it with this draft being presented by the Samsung Galaxy A series. We're already seeing some bans towards Alter Ego and also towards Rebellion here. Akai taken off the board with Fanny and Wanwan.
Yeah, so here it's a still prio bans, it seems
Pretty
like.
normal.
Yeah, pretty normal, pretty prio. But Rebellion here, they have the first pick. They can set the tone up for their first pick. What will they prio here? Again, it seems like they have put a lot of focus on Suelo. So we'll see here. Eve is still open, Valentina is still open. What will they go for?
I think we're going to see a Paquito pick for sure. I mean, both these teams like going at it all the way since the get-go. The Phobius band coming from Rebellion really hints that they're trying to play something with a lot more dash, right? A dash-heavy composition, perhaps a dive composition, which is a bold move considering they are up against Alter Ego, who is no stranger to that kind of playstyle.
You know, when we're talking about these prio picks, I need to mention this. Fanny, last season, it was sitting at 100% win rate, even up until week number 4.
Yeah.
This season, it's sitting at a 0% win rate. Hans and Kabuki, those are the players who have picked that hero up. But we're going to also take a look at something very, very interesting. Arashi, the keys to victory presented to you by Axe for Rebellion Zion as Alter Ego ban out that Masha.
Beware with the Val's pick-off gameplay and Nino getting his playmaking heroes because, again, Rebellion relies a lot on Val to actually make those plays happen. And if Nino gets a hero that can actually carry the team, right, can make the plays, he does a lot better compared to those heroes that need to just lay back and play chill because this man is proactive, right? He is passionate, he is competitive, he wants to show everyone he is better. But now Beatrix has been locked in by Rebellion, so for Alter Ego, it will be the Valentina and also the Julian that Udil is now well known for.
Yeah, I don't
Scary
know.
picks, Scotty.
Scary picks. That Beatrix pick is a little too expensive. I mean,
Is it?
Alter Ego, they got 2 tiers as hero.
True.
Valentina as well as Julian. But yeah, our Rebellion seems to see that one coming. They opt for Matilda as well as Paquito.
You know what? I actually think that Paquito is also just so prio right now, considering the picks and considering the win rate that Paquito has in this meta. But Alter Ego, Arashi, walk us through the keys to victory presented to you by Axe.
Well, for Rebellion, right, they have to pressure Nino as Alter Ego's second carry. You can say he is actually like the main carry and Sally Boy just swaps in and out right there. But honestly, when Sally Boy gets going, when there's a lot of attention on him, that is where Nino will actually shine as, you know, the untouched player on the side of Alter Ego. So if they can pressure both of them, that will be ideal. And of course, if they can optimize the playmaking potential of Dyron. Right now, potentially, he will be on that Paquito, and we have seen this man, when he is on a hero that can dominate, that can be aggressive in the lane, he will go all the way, 150%. So all 3 picks from the first phase is done right now. So now we're in the second phase, and I can help but think that Alter Ego will try and limit the engage tools on the side of our Rebellion.
Oh, have to see here. I mean, with that Matilda and as well as Paquito, the engage, the dive potential from this composition is just huge. Yeah, there you go. Dyroth will come. The Dyroth man will come naturally here, and as well as immediately Atlas band comes through. Realizing that, yeah, Leo Murphy has yet to pick up a hero, but then again, he has a lot of hero pools. I mean, Joe can come into play here.
Absolutely. You know, I think Rebellion needs to start narrowing down on the gold lane over the roamers. But I might be wrong because we know how ruthless, how lethal Leo Murphy has been when he has gone his hands on playmaking roamers as well. Joe, Atlas, when he gets these 2 picks, he is an absolute monster. But it's the same thing with Nino. This is why it just creates such a big hurdle for any team who goes up against Alter Ego. Meanwhile, Alter Ego, it doesn't even seem like they're going for the respect bans towards Rebellion. They're just going for the prio bans. Still, with the Dyrod, natural ban, as you mentioned, towards the Esmeralda and Athamas. But there, finally, we see a gold lane targeted ban from Rebellion Zion, trying to force Alter Ego to pick something not playmaking onto the hands of Nino. Right now, what's open? Popo and Koopa still up for grabs, up
Clint,
against a Beatrix.
Brody?
Clint as well, Brody. Those are the 3 heroes that I'm curious to see. Will it get picked up or no?
Oh, perhaps, but I feel like the approach from side of Alter Ego should be, limiting first. They should secure the roamer first here. If not the Cho, perhaps Kufra could be a good option here. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Leo Murphy is just ruthless on that Cho. What do you think, Rashi?
Well, on any kind of aggressive playmaking hero, Leo Murphy will absolutely steal the show. So I think the first pick will be for him, but afterwards, that will be where they'll select one for Nino.
Oh my God,
it will be the Natalia. This is also yet another signature pick for Leo Murphy. And for Rebellion, they try and counter it. They take the Barats and then the Yves. Last pick Yves. This is new.
Wow, yeah, we usually don't see Yves surviving this long into the draft. It usually gets picked up in the first phase or banned out in the second phase, maybe even the first. But this is a very risky pick. You have a Yves, you have a Beatrix up against so much kill pressure. Remember, you're up against two very, very crazy assassins, I should say. The Julian, yeah, I mean, in the roles, he's not really an assassin, he's more of a mage, but you can't deny the amount of damage he does. He's an assassin. With the Natalia as well, who can just roam across the map and put pressure everywhere. Yves and Beatrix might have to just play it safe. And right now, I feel like the Popo and Koopa, or perhaps the Clint, would be the optimal choice. Getting not only the late game insurance, but also, guess what? Bully. Lane bully. Clint will absolutely bully this Beatrix in the early stage of the game.
So yeah, we'll have to see. The heroes are done and set here for the first game, but I do agree with you. Remember, Alter Ego has Valentina, so that real-world manipulation can easily be stolen with that IMU. So we'll have to see here the approach. Arashi, last final thoughts for the drafts.
Well, we take a look at the talent game duration prediction by Axe, and it seems like it's a fairly fast game in the opinions of all three English casters right now. It's no surprise, right? It's
For Alter Ego.
For Alter Ego, but honestly, even if Rebellion wins, it's never gonna take a long time. I think both these teams want to get it done real quick. So I think the picks and bans also reflect that. And honestly, I think considering the composition from the side of Rebellion, they're kind of grouped up, they're kind of clumped up. I think the Clint pick, all the AoE that Alter Ego has access to, it's going to play out very valuably in the later stages of the game.
Well, if you look at the composition, man, for Rebellion, they need to bring it to the late game with the Beatrix, with the Yves. Meanwhile, Alter Ego, they need to just dominate that early game, create a snowball. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to match number 2, game number 1. We're entering the land of Dawn, and it's actually Celiboy who's on the Julian. It's not a Julian mid lane this time around. So we're seeing Udil on the Valentina. Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Celiboy with that Demon Slayer emblem, and Fearless responds with a Barrett's Demon Slayer as well here. And we'll have to see here. Well, early game, I gotta give it to the side of Alter Ego solely because of that Leo Murphy's and Natalia. And take a look already. Whoa. Natalia almost stole that Lethal Wanderer.
Oh, the audience prediction by TikTok,
Landslide.
though. 91% to 9%. We rarely see a one-digit audience prediction nowadays, Rashi, but this definitely says something about this new Alter Ego lineup.
Well, they've been performing very, very well, so I think the audience agrees that it won't take long at all. But if Rebellion Zion is able to mount, a respectable attempt at victory against Alter Ego today, I think that will really shift the opinion of the public. Right now, though, both teams are just pressuring, and I think, as always, there will be a big shift in momentum at level 4, where those ultimates will actually come in handy.
Yeah, you're already seeing Celiboy using that ultimate, Enhanced Chain, over to Sway Low. Meanwhile, top side, both of these XP laners just going at it, but Fearless has actually come to that top side, forcing Pi to use the sprint, but Pi actually wins out of the trade, even 1v2. Not pressured at all by the Death to this Welcome, but now Celiboy comes into play. Fearless trying to get out, will be able to as Leo Murphy rotates up top as well. Alter Ego with this, they're able to create pressure to set up for the first turtle.
Now, we are seeing now Leo Murphy pressuring, poking damage on towards Fearless, but take a look at Val and as well as Udil going at it in the river. It is still unclear though, but Diamond seems to commit for a fight. It seems like the turtle will be the target here for both of the teams. But yeah, immediate reset here by, once again, both of the teams. Alter Ego, Pi is already setting things up here in the bush. There you go, Falling Star Moon connected on towards Suelo. Force that sprint, not just yet though, but yeah, we'll see. Fearless, will they grab the turtle?
Uh-oh, Lee Murphy jumping in deep. Fearless still managing to find the retribution on top of Selly Boy's damage there as Dyron just goes to town onto Selly Boy. Real world manipulation, locking Pi in place for Val to take him down, but it's all just a bait. Bringing Val all the way back into Udil's own real world manipulation. Leo Murphy traded in, both of the roamers taken down, but retribution battle was won by Rebellion. However, Alter Ego are still standing tall with the gold lead just now.
Yeah, a shift though, but man, emblem-wise here, it's... Oh, topside, Pi, 2v1 situation, Dyron. This Paquito, can he escape? Is not looking good. Dyron will fall topside.
That is an absolutely valuable gank coming in from Selly Boy. Early on, he did come in and miss the empowered sword, which I think costed them the kill in the first gank, but right now he comes back. And if Pi gets rolling, we already highlighted this man as one of the key members of Alter Ego. He will be a front line. They can also be dynamically diving towards that back line too. So now, Rebellion's trying to answer with an invade, but Alter Ego strikes back.
Oh man, Val, now you see him, now you don't. Instantly deleted here as Fearless goes for the death to his welcome, bringing Udil back, stunning him up, and canceling that real-world manipulation. It's actually Selly Boy, however, who gets the retribution onto the purple buff. So it's still Alter Ego with a massive lead.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. They gambled to play there. 2 versus 4, and now top side, Dyron, be careful. Cleared the wave though, but Pi, he is on a manhunt. Bot side though, interesting approach here as the members from side Rebellion is already rotating. Real world manipulation will secure that kill.
Good play by Highs. Again, very good read by Highs, using his Wesker to deal out damage and Nibiru's Passion as well. I don't think Leo Murphy predicted that to happen really fast. You know, under the turret, gonna get pressured off of it. He will still be able to pick up that final cannon minion, but there's a lot of pressure here on the bot side. Highs is gonna be able to pick up a lot of turret gold here, most probably with the Renner, but he doesn't have it. So just recalls, resets, just waits in the bush as the turtle will spawn up top.
It was an unfortunate, I wouldn't call it misplay. Leo Murphy, I think, thought he was out of the range, and out of nowhere, his health bar just gets depleted, and in comes Val, because, you know, it's just Val things. Pi now with the Enchanted Talisman, he can do a lot more in these fights. He can spam the skills a lot more, as Udil, Selly Boy, gets the turtle, but the fight breaks out.
Seems like the retribution for now will be won by Alter Ego, and now topside Pi is looking for engage on towards Dyron. The backup is there. Leo Murphy comes in with the high and dries, not enough damage to take him down. As now Fearless and friends circling Eagle popped here on towards Leo Murphy. Real world revelation in the backside as well. Suelo taking a little bit of a heat by Pi, but no casualties from that engage.
Ooh. Good disengage from Alter Ego, and very good disengage as well from Rebellion Zion. Both teams playing it well, but Alter Ego have been on point, and there, just as I say it, they utilize this aggression from the Paquito and punish him instantly. Maybe even getting the turret taken down up top, but with Val roaming up top, it won't be the turret taken down. Pi still able to get out, but that's half of the turret's HP taken out.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that Alter Ego, they are setting the rhythm here, Arashi. They are finding the proactive plays, finding the proactive movements. What do you think of the situation 6 minutes in?
I feel like initially it's just very balanced, and both teams can actually take control of the early game, considering that Rebellion has a Paquito as well as a Barrage to make plays of. But Alter Ego is just better with the rotations, and they always come in a bit earlier, and they have more crowd control to make plays with.
Oh my god! Udil's damage on top of Selly Boy's CC almost just took Val down, and this is a roamer. This is a tank. He's able to shred him down like that. Selly Boy once again goes over the enhanced chain, but Fearless perfectly timed death in his welcome, bringing Selly Boy back for Dyron to come to play. Knockout strike used. Meanwhile, down below, Highs picks up a kill onto Leo Murphy. Selly Boy gets out with the enhanced sword. It's a 1-for-1, but it's worth it. No, it's a 1-for-0.
1-for-0. Rebellion Zion actually equalizing it. Now take a look at bot side. He has enough space to chunk that turret help. Odil though, trying to find a flank. Suelo with that information. We'll see here. Will they engage for a fight? It seems like Alter Ego, they are wise enough to retreat. But Turtle, the last Turtle is up here, Mirko.
Well, Gani, what do you think about this? Because so far, it has been 1-to-1. Fearless is going to go in very, very aggressive there. And that's the silence from Leo Murphy to enable Selly Boy to get that retribution. Fearless gets a stun onto 2, gets out with the help of the guiding wind. Still Alter Ego playing it really well in the early stage of the game, falling Star Moon by Pi just to dish a little bit more damage onto Val. I can't help but wonder why he's so squishy.
We'll see, you have to check the items here, Rashi.
Exactly, you have to wait for the items to try and glean what exactly is going on. But after the turtle is taken, instantly they set up for the dive on the top side. Very wisely, Dairon understands that's the case, will abandon his turret. Alter Ego playing the map absolutely well right now, but honestly, on the bottom side, Heis is getting a lot of advantage here because he has been ganked by his teammates and he has been able to take out Leo Murphy twice. So Heis is in a very good spot. That might be an issue for Alter Ego in the late game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, they went for the mirror play as well, so both top and as well as bot side turret for each team has fall. And now they engage. Oh, Silly Boy isn't able to get the purple buff, so the invade is successful.
It's just the little wins, Arashi.
The little ones.
These small wins will eventually add up. This is what the game is about. And Udil gets bursted down to half HP, but he will be able to escape with the sprint, and Pai is there to back him up. As the real inflation is popped up right there. Is that too early? Because the members of Alter Ego, they can go for a flank.
Heis! Oh my god, he read Leo Murphy like a book. He knows exactly where he is, but it's actually Alter Ego who come out on top in the trades. They get a turret down below, putting them in an advantage in terms of the turrets. Rebellion, though, doesn't want that advantage to stay for long. Goes up top, takes another turret. This time, though, we're going to take a look at the Head and Shoulders player head-to-head. As, wait, Real World Inflation popped in the mid lane. Sully Boy goes over to the enhanced chain as well. And it's just the minions cleared out.
It's chill. I mean, no casualties.
You're chill.
Yeah, chill. No casualties just yet here. But according to the data, Rashi, I feel like Sully Boy is winning in all departments.
He is the signature player. He has a reputation behind him. And in contrast to that, Fearless is relatively new, right? He has proven himself. He is able to stand up with the big boys. But obviously, Sully Boy has the advantage when it comes to, the stats for now.
Oh, actually, take a look. Val actually sold that Lethal Wanderer.
Val being Val, man.
Val being Val, aggressive. Oh, in the mid side.
Whoa. Wait. Udil, he actually goes in with the Real World Inflation as well. And that's going to be Val who jumps in with a Circling Eagle, enabling Sway Low to pick up the kill. Very interesting play by Udil that is leading up to a Lord take for Rebellion Zion. Fearless is level 12, so is Sully Boy. It's going to be a 50-50 when it comes down to it, but look at Sully Boy. Where is he? He's in the mid lane. Fearless going to get... Well, no, it's Heis who actually secures it without the Retribution. Lord Slain, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series, as Sully Boy uses the Enhanced Sword to disengage, and Rebellion turn that lead over to their own lead.
Oh, this is a huge momentum build here. Rebellion with the Lord. Oh, Leo Murphy already setting things bot side though, so Beatrix, yeah, you need to be careful bot side. But with this momentum here, Rashi, what do you think?
Well, Rebellion has a lot more advantage, but if you look at the gold lead, right, it really isn't that far apart. So I think it's fine as long as Alter Ego kind of shape up. They can't afford to make mistakes like that as the Rune Inflation is popped up again and Nino almost gets taken out.
All right, Sway Low. What the heck, Connie?
Well, Sway Low, I mean, good positioning, good timing as well. He understands that real-world manipulation can just disrupt the momentum, the mobility coming from side of Alter Ego Esports. And yeah, they have created the space. Top turret will fall, and perhaps they might look for the base turret.
Yeah, they have Heis, they have a Beatrix with the utility that he provides on the flexibility of the weapons. He will be able to take the turret, but no, it's actually Alter Ego defending all three turrets really well, micromanaging it with the CC that they have. And this is the thing, Alter Ego, they're supposed to be the ones winning in the early stage, but it is actually Rebellion who's able to come back in that mid stage. Alter Ego, the longer this game goes, the further their heroes will fall. Leo Murphy onto Natalia, late game, not going to deal as much damage as anyone on Rebellion.
Right. And for the side of Alter Ego, though, they do have Pai and Nina to try and carry things in the late game. But again, it still, I think, slightly favors Rebellion Zion, especially with the Yves just standing all the way in the backline. Sway Low has been absolutely critical in Rebellion Zion, just controlling the map, controlling how these team fights are playing out. Sully Boy now picks up Radiant Armor to try and mitigate a bit of the damage, considering that he is all the way in the front line. He needs to live a lot longer, so because he is one of the main engage tools for the side of Alter Ego as well.
I do believe Leo Murphy's task here is to target Yves here. Sway Low should be the go-to guy for Leo Murphy, but realizing that Sway Low is building utility, I mean, NOD has been secured, and I do believe Brute Force Breastplate is coming in soon. The damage from this Natalia will greatly be reduced. So it is going to be another harder task here for Leo Murphy and friends to somehow target deceive.
A quick reminder though. It was, the audience prediction was 91% to Alter Ego. Pi. Uh-oh, there you go. They finally spot Pi. Val goes over to Circling Eagle, bringing Pi back all the way to Fearless, but the sprint will be popped by Pi to get back to safety. Still a 2,000 goal lead for Rebellion Zion. There's something interesting though. Goni, Arashi. This looks pretty familiar.
Oh.
Lane, play it normally up until the 6th minute of the game where you start grouping up as 5 and controlling the map with a Barat in the jungle
And a Matilda.
and a Matilda in the roam. It looks a little bit familiar. I don't know which team though.
You're talking about the back-to-back champions, of course, Blacklist International here, Mirko.
Yeah,
They're
you're
trying
right.
to replicate the success.
Well, there you go. Leo Murphy again. Oh, very aggressive on the sway. Lloyd's getting hit. Almost solo kill, as Val was there to provide a little bit of help with the guiding wind. Pi now gonna get slowed. Fearless jumping in with Detonus welcome. Meanwhile, Val just zoning the other members around, recalling, just you know, taunting them. But yeah, this is the Ube threat.
It is. And for the side of Rebellion Zion, they do not have the real-world manipulation to try and make plays with right now. Will Alter Ego jump on this opportunity?
Oh, they will. Heis as well, flickering forward onto Sillyboy, and he's gonna get taken down there. Heis goes in for the runner shot, not connecting onto anyone just yet. Real-world manipulation by Udil, but Fearless picks up the Lord. Nino dealing so much damage on that back line, not touched at all. Pi providing that front line cover that he needs, but look at Nino flickering out to safety, but the real-world manipulation catches you down as Dyron just sandwiches you. Heis picks up the killing spree. It's a 4-for-1.
Man, oh man, Arashi. What do you think? Only over catching one there before he gets traded. It is officially going to be a wiped out for Rebellion Zion. But man, what are these trades, dude?
That was a wipeout by Head and Shoulders, Gani. That's what it is. And they might just be looking for a one straight push. They don't have the Beatrix. Sunnyboy now in the base, trying to defend all alone. Enhanced Chain not just there yet. Val going for the base. 2 seconds onto Udil. Sunnyboy still able to clear out the waves as Rebellion back off. They have the Lord. They can just go up top.
Yeah, they can all you go up top. Udil there, stealing real-world manipulation. But man, top side base turret will fall here. 2 base turrets. I suppose now Alter Ego Esports look for a defense, but it seems like it is very, very tough.
Ooh, they lose all the turrets in their base right now. And Alter Ego, that was a very costly team fight. They almost edged it. Everyone from the side of Rebellion Zion was low, but they were unable to secure the fight, especially because it was a 4v5 to begin with. And they just were a bit too eager. They kept going on, and Swaylo's real-world manipulation came back up. We take a look here at the instant replay by the Samsung Galaxy A series, where in the beginning, Pi just comes in and he's able to actually do a lot of damage, but then Nino as well as Pi gets caught in that real manipulation, and that will be the end of it. So they have to respect Swaylo's damage right now because he is still 5-0 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, at this point here, Arashi and Mirko, the coordination, the synergy coming from the Zion members is just evident. Alter Ego Esports, they need to think of something that I feel like the go-to guy for them to target is, of course, Beatrix and as well as Swaylo. But then again, it's so tough when you have a disengaged tool with that guiding wind from Matilda, that as well as Fearless, a rock, right?
Literally
a rock.
And as well as a Dyron who can provide cover and as well as engage for flanks. It's a tough job. So what they can hope here, what I do believe is, it's a blunder from side of Rebellion Zion.
Well, yeah, I think that it's, the combo between Fearless on the Barats as well as the Matilda, Val's Matilda, just allows him to be a lot more aggressive, because we saw several times Fearless gets caught out. The only reason why he's able to just escape from the situations is through the guiding wind. So for Alter Ego, I believe they can try and bait something out. Pi now has the Brute Force Breastplate, so he'll be able to have a lot more movement speed in these fights and hopefully zone away the Prio members from the side of Rebellion Zion.
We'll have to see here. Can they zone away the Prio members? Leo Murphy up top trying to split push, but take a look at Paquito. He catches Natalia here. Natalia will go, but Lord is up here, guys. Alter Ego looks for a contest.
Let's see, Pi jumping in and falling Star Moon all the way. Goes for the sprint as well, but Fearless catches him with the depth of his welcome, unable to bring him under onto the wall. It is going to be Nino tearing it through. Fearless now trying to peel for his team. Suelo with real world revelation is able to dish out the damage with High. Silly Boy is next. Enhanced Sword to get out. Meanwhile, back line, Dyron 1v3. Immortality pop. Nino dealing the damage, but Dyron gets out. Buys enough time for Rebellion to come through. Silly Boy using the Enhanced Sword once again defensively to back up, and it's another 2-for-0 trade for Rebellion.
Yeah, Rebellion again, playing the coordination correctly here, Arashi. What do you think about their previous fight?
I really think that Alter Ego, they just aren't working together. We saw that the fights happen very sporadically. Pi goes in, everyone wasn't backing him up or securing the Lord, right? They don't seem to be communicating properly with each other. And look at the items here. It is late enough in the game that they're actually catching up when it comes to the gold difference, right? The item advantage isn't that significant for the side of Rebellion Zion, but how they're playing it out when the fights actually break out, I think Alter Ego, they have to communicate more and play with a bit more synergy, a bit more combo.
You know what I think the problem, you know what problem I think Alter Ego are facing? Silly Boy, he's not building damage. He's not using the Julian as a damage dealer. He's going for utility, and that's just not Silly Boy in my opinion. As right now he goes over the Enhanced Sword onto the back lines. Nino still able to kite away as he flickers outside of the range of death to his welcome. Meanwhile, Highs, you're going for a fight? I'll go for the base. 1-0 lead for Rebellion Zion.
Wow, I did not expect this type of Silly Boy to just opt for a damage build. I mean, you got the Julian, you can't CC, you can't escape. So what are you doing? Building tank. We'll have to see here. Game number 2.
Well, there's already a difference here. Alter Ego with the blue side. Rebellion now on the red. Still the same bans though, coming from both of the teams. Alter Ego respecting the Faramis. Rebellion going for the Fanny ban. And Arashi, I think we're going to see the same exact bans here. Possibly just the Valentina left open as game 1.
I think that that might happen for sure. And I think the drafting phase, as far as the first phase is concerned, will be quite similar. And I think the last 2 picks will be where they start to change it up and try and surprise each other. Right now, the Akai ban comes in for Alter Ego, and for Rebellion, you're going to see it's going to be the Pobius.
It's the same. It's
Same
the same
approach.
You just shut Nino down from the draft. Don't let him play a playmaking hero, and it worked in game number 1. But Goni, Val has
a little
some
words.
comments.
Yeah, respect Leo Murphy's Cho. When he used Cho, he can outplay his enemy, which we expect in game number 1. But actually, they opted for the Natalia. Perhaps. Now, Cassius will draft Cho for Leo Murphy. We'll have to wait and see, folks. But Alter Ego, with their last ban in the first phase, I feel like they want Valentina, so they might actually ban Matilda here. You know, we'll have to see.
Right, Matilda banned for Alter Ego or for Rebellion's one?
Oh, never mind. They do not want Valentina, it seems like.
Right, so both Faramis and Valentina banned out by Alter Ego. I think this might be the first time we saw the same side ban both. So that's a lot of banning used up by Alter Ego to secure that mid lane. Let's see if it pays off. For Rebellion right now, I think they want to focus on Nino or Leo Murphy. That seems to be the key to victory for them in game number 1.
And guess what? I think Alter Ego wants to pick up the Beatrix. That's the only reason I could see as to why they banned both Faramis and Valentina. If you're the first pick, you usually force your opponents to ban one of these heroes. This time, they banned both of these heroes, setting up for something, and the hero that was contested as a first pick by Rebellion in game number 1 was that Beatrix. Alter Ego might be looking to do the same thing. Obviously, we also have Julian and Yves who are open up for Alter Ego to take. They go for a Julian, not a Beatrix. Wow.
So yeah, I have to see here, Julian, will it go to the hands of Udil or Sally Boy? But it seems like Rebellion, they know this scenario. They opted for a Beatrix and as well as Paquito early. And yeah, they do not go for that Yves immediately.
Right, I think honestly, there could be different options for that Yves. It's not a core aspect of how they're going to play out that game. I think as long as it's a safe mid laner with a lot of tankiness, with a lot of long-range damage, I think everything will work out just fine the same way. So for Alter Ego, for both teams actually, it's still relatively the same. Will Alter Ego change it up though? Because that is where, they are the ones who didn't succeed in the first game. They are the ones who need to make changes.
I think their approach should be just take the Eve. Take the Eve away, but no.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
They got the Claude and as well as Esmeralda here.
I like it. Put a playmaking hero onto the hands of Nino, go for the Julian. I think that's the only thing missing from their composition. Obviously, with Leo Murphy as well. Give him a playmaking hero. Sure, Natalia is a playmaking hero, but maybe a hero that can enable rather than execute, right?
Yeah. Right.
Enable your team, because you already have so much damage, but oh my goodness. Atlas comes into play. That dive comp that Alter Ego is working on is looking a bit too risky now.
Yeah, naturally, of course, they will ban out this Diggy here, the second phase. But man, with this Atlas, a lot of team fight plays, Arashi, comes into play. But I do want to ask you this, Arashi. Can this Atlas catch the Claude?
Can.
Well, it all depends. I mean, the Claude has the option of using an array of different battle spells, so Nino will have to adjust. As you predicted though, the Diggy will be banned out in case there'll be any type of counters at the Atlas. And if it comes down to whether or not who can engage first, I think Rebellion has an advantage. When it comes into sieging for those objectives, Rebellion with the Beatrix will have an advantage as well. So Alter Ego, they need to find something that would work really, really well, right? Something that can ensure that they can get those pickoffs, they can get those engages when they need it.
Yep.
Well, Nats, the MSC champion, has some few comments for Alter Ego, saying that their main lineup is very, very strong because of their players like Pi and Sully Boy.
Yeah, well, there you go. Props to Nats. But man, Alter Ego looks for a target ban towards the mid side of Rebellion. One hero that is quite annoying if you're an Atlas user is Ruby, because that Ruby with those skills, resource, can just deflect the movements, can deny the Fatal Links as well. So Rebellion Zion, if they really want to limit the potential, perhaps they can ban out the Ruby, or Alter Ego might just pick it up later in the second phase. What will they commit to here? As, yeah, Alter Ego, they have yet pick up a roamer. Yeah, there you go, Cho.
Yep, Cho ban for Rebellion Zion, making sure that Alter Ego, they're limited when it comes to their roamers, their engage tools. I think Leo Murphy can still go for the Kufra. It depends on how they want to play this out. One more ban though for the side of Alter Ego. Will it be the Yves? Will it be a mage? Right? Because we've seen that right now for the side of Rebellion, a solid mage will be so difficult to deal with. There's a lot of peel, there's a lot of engage, and there's a lot of AoE coming in. So a Yves can combo so well with the rest of the team. So I think they might ban it out. Or maybe a different mid lane.
And the thing is, about this Atlas, right, you don't necessarily need to just look for engages. All you need to do is possibly, if they are able to pick up the Yves, is play around the Yves. If someone tries to dive, Fatal Links, instantly. Perfect match to just zone other members away. It's the Uranus who gets banned down, and I'm pretty sure that the Yves will come through here for Rebellion. It fits the quota. It fits their composition. They want a team fight with the Atlas, with the Paquito. They already have the cover with the Beatrix. Pick up the Yves here. If it's not Yves, it might be Sicilian.
Sicilian could come to play, or Xavier, but yeah, I mean, if it didn't broke, don't fix it. Game number 1, it was Yves who got the MVP, and yeah, there you go. Immediate pickup here for once again Sway Low to pilot this hero, Alter Ego. The last 2 heroes, a roamer and perhaps a jungler here, if that Julian falls to the hands of Udil.
Yeah, there's some comment from Onyx Esports Aldo here. Our concerns are Dyron and Suelo because they are the ones who can develop the flow of the game in the Rebellion team. So far it makes sense. It's been showing. And for Alter Ego, they seem to be intent on making sure that there's nobody tanky enough to withstand their aggression. That is why they banned out the Uranus, right? So I think they're going to go for some kind of pick-off composition again. But with the tools so limited, I wonder what they're going to opt for.
Oh,
Natalia once again.
Oh, Lancelot.
Natalia and Lancelot, but I think that the Lancelot will go Demon Slayer emblem here. Maybe another utility Lancelot, Rebellion Zion here to finish up, to wrap up their drafts. They honestly can just go for something like a Thamus here in the XP lane. Put the Paquito in the jungle. You have a Thamus soaking in so much damage with a Vengeance as well. You're basically disrupting that Blazing Duet. Claude will not have a free time into that back line, or just go for your signature, go for the Khalid. You have the combo, you have that the early game aggression. Sure, it's not a Dyroth. Oh, Dyroth, what? They've left Dyrod open. This could be it. They could just go for the Dyrod, get the lane bullied, play for the gold lane, and the Yve will have a lot of free time in that mid lane, but it's a Paquito in the XP and a Bauman in the jungle. That's so many tanky members.
That's a lot of tanky members here. I do agree with you, and it seems like Darden, a comfortable hero here in this Paquito. I mean, we saw this guy performed in game number 1 to success, so he will try to replicate that here in game number 2. Meanwhile, Alter Ego, again with the Natalia pick, poor Leo Murphy. It didn't work then, will it work now?
It's difficult, man. We just mentioned that there are 3 tanky members on the side of Rebellion. Their mid lane is a Beatrix. The only real target will be... the mid lane is a Yve, not a Beatrix. The gold lane is a Beatrix. So that'll be the only valid target for the side of Leo Murphy, unless he gets snowballing.
And you know what's so intelligent from this draft from Rebellion Zion? Why did they go for the Bauman? It's to force Lancelot to go for the Demon Slayer. If you're up against a Bauman and you go killing spree, you're not going to have a good time in the jungle, clearing it out. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I believe Rebellion have the better draft, jumping into game number 2. But give your opinion on the chat as well. Dream Rebellion or Alter Ego?
Sheesh! We'll have to see here. Will Alter Ego force a game 3, a full game, a full series, or will Rebellion, with their dream, claims to nothing?
Right now you can see Val
killing spree, Raji.
Yeah, killing spree on Sally Boy. So as you mentioned, the objective contesting will not be that good for our Alter Ego, but we already mentioned that sometimes in the current meta, it really seems like you want to win the fights first and then go for the objective. So maybe that is the approach Alter Ego will try and attempt.
Well, it seems like still here, Suelo taking a lot of hefty damage in the mid side. Sprint is not popped, but now Leo Murphy is stuck. He got frozen. Oh, with that Cyclone Sweep, Fearless gets the first blood.
First blood by Samsung Galaxy A series. Goni.
Yeah.
This is exactly it. With the fast clear that... Wait, Fearless went for killing spree.
Killing spree as well. So both of them goes for this killing spree.
Well, both of them have the same idea. They want to go toe-to-toe. As you can see, Rebellion already pushing the pace, trying to make sure that Fearless has a good time and pressuring Sally Boy all the way from the get-go. And look at that, the damage on the Bauman in the early game. Fearless is absolutely fearless.
Well, once again, the same approach from Suelo as well. Game 1, he uses Sprint and as well as Impurage. Seems like same approach here in game number 2. Oh, take a look at Fearless. Sprint popped in the mid side. Udil and as well as Leo Murphy could not catch him in the mid side. But take a look at the Turtle. Turtle will be up. Can Alter Ego equalize?
Oh, top side though, they're looking for the dive on to Pi, who's still able to bait 4 now. Phantom execution by Silly Boy as he jumps in with a puncture as well onto Fearless, who is able to take a lot of damage, now running for his life as Leo Murphy tries to execute him, but it will not be there. The range, Alter Ego back off, Rebellion Zion as well. Dyron though, still there, going to be able to get the knockout strike onto Leo Murphy as Udil jumps in with enhanced chain, getting Dyron. Val has the flicker, has the fatal link, will find Udil as Suelo comes in for the play as well. Sprint used by Udil, backing up, Rebellion doing the same, 2 disengages.
No casualties whatsoever here, Rashi. Turtle has yet to be touched, but emblem-wise here, is there something significant?
Well, what's significant is the choice for Heist. He will have a lot more damage in that late game, but he is sacrificing the early game success. So Nino perhaps could try and take advantage of that. We'll just have to see, man. Without any backup from his team, I think it won't be able to actually happen.
Uh-oh, real world manipulation once again onto Udil, taking so much damage, but he still stays in the midst of it all. Sally Boy though, trying to make a difference here with the Thorn Rose. Leo Murphy goes in, gets to execute Fearless, lethal counter, one more hit, but it does not matter, it's Heist who comes in, Dyron with a knockout strike, knocking Sally Boy out. Pi trying to look for compensation, but will be stunned up instead. The Fatal Links as well, but Pi is gonna be brought back into Fearless. Pi still able to survive somehow, but Rebellion take a very good trade.
Oh, that Sprint just comes into clutch. A lot of damage, a lot of resources were put onto him, and Pi still survives. Yeah, Fearless though will claim that Turtle, but take a look at the mid here. Udil and as well as Leo Murphy is giving Suelo a hard time just to clear. But speaking of tough time, I mean, Claude has recalled multiple times bot side.
Yeah, Heist is has the Blood of Heptaseeds at this point, so a lot of poke damage, and there hasn't been any maneuvers, any rotations coming from both these teams into that gold lane. So it's a pure 1v1, and Heis is getting the better of Nino of all people, because Nino's on a cloud. He needs time to scale up.
Wait, they're whoa, Val!
Whoa,
going for that fatal links, trying to get Leo Murphy as he jumps in, but bye-bye Leo Murphy, man. He's not having a good game here. Fearless just knows his number. Man, that does so much damage. Is he building damage?
Hey, I think so. A fighter. I think War Axe, Curse Helmet perhaps. We need to check item-wise, but seems like gold laners, both gold laners here is having a chill game. 0-0-0 for Nino, 1-0-0 for Heis. But take a look at Nino, Blazing Duet, Nibiru's Bastion immediately the top side. Oh my god, Dyron taking a lot of damage. Fearless is coming. There you go, Pi, and as well as Sally Boy is not able to take Dyron down.
Oh my god, Fearless. Yeah, like you said, Arashi, Fearless is fearless. He's very, very fearless. But my question is Pi?
It's Pi.
It's Pi.
Oh, here's a piece of pie that Fearless has been taking a chunk out again and again right here. We take a look now at the items, and not as we suspected, Fearless is going with a tankier build. As Suelo gets jumped on, he's able to outmaneuver because look at the items, man.
Yeah.
Physical defense boots and Dreadnought armor. He is prepared.
The fact that he does so much damage on top of that Heis, oh my god! Who's the assassin? I don't know! It might be Heis, Leo Murphy. Jumped so low as Val goes in with a perfect match, able to get in the battle there. It's a Fatal Links as well. Heis with the shot over the wall, picks the kill up. No, it's actually Val who takes it. But man, again, it's a trade. It's a turret for a kill, but Rebellion can just answer on the turret down below. The thing is though, Gani, this is why Lancelot it doesn't feel meta anymore. Oh no, wait. Silly Boy jumps in with a puncture. Heis is there to provide backup. Udio's coming in as well. Val has the perfect match. He can get out. Udio jumps in onto Heis, who still has the flicker. Will use it. Leo Murphy picking up a kill, but is traded for a turtle up top. But I want to say this. Lancelot doesn't really, isn't really prio, isn't really a good jungler now. Why? Because of the sprints. Everyone has sprint. You cannot land your abilities.
Yeah, so
never mind.
Suelo
Never mind.
is taking a lot of damage by 3 members, but actually Fearless responds with another kill himself. Leo Murphy.
Oh my lord.
But with what? War X only, and as well as Molten Essence in his arsenal, he gets a double.
That is a lot of damage.
And Dyron here goes out for the knockout strike, cancels the Phantom Execution. Silly Boy finally uses it, but it does not connect onto Dyron. Meanwhile, Val is here. He has the Fatal Links. Turret number 1 going to be targeted by Rebellion in the mid lane. Pi zoned out of it. And Rebellion, again, they're still holding on to that 1,000 gold lead.
They are so proactive here, Arashi. I mean, once again, I feel like Alter Ego, they are out-rotated. What can Alter Ego do?
It's very difficult, man. They have 2 assassins, and they're up against 3 tanky members and 1 mage who's building a Dreadnought armor. This is the power of the flexibility of Yves. This is why I like the hero as well, by the way. You can build essentially almost anything and get value out of it. Suelo right now has the Ice Queen's wand as well, so it's only gonna get more difficult for Alter Ego to actually get anything of value.
Uh-oh, falling Star Moon by Pi over to Val. As Val just recalls in his face.
Wow.
He doesn't care.
The disrespect onto the Taunt Masters themselves. So Alter Ego now is getting a taste of their own medicine, and they lack, I don't know. Alter Ego needs to try and make something happen, but at this point I don't even know what.
Well, at this point, I feel like Alter Ego Esports should step on the gas battle as well here. Yeah, speaking of the MVP here from game number 1, Suelo. Again, amazing performance, but take a look at the mid-side. Real World Inflation has been popped. Leo Murphy will not be able to survive as Fearless picks up the Unstoppable and immediately rotates towards the Turtle. Pi, though, is already in that vicinity as well.
Val trying to zone away Silly Boy. He goes in, uses the Retribution, and that's a free turtle going to the hands of Rebellion Zion just based off of that purple buff. Secure by Silly Boy. Turtle slain, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. Gani, this is looking really bad for Alter Ego.
It's looking bad. I mean, Silly Boy here slowly but surely picking up his farm, though. I mean, Malefic Roar is already in his arsenal, so penetration is already there. But it seems like Rebellion, with their economy lead, right now looks for another kill. Odil is now the recipient of a lot of things. Flicker Fataling's play. Odil is still trying to survive as Tyron will finally picks up the kill. Sally Boy running for the hills. And now, yeah, Thorn Rose as a defense and no response whatsoever from Alter Ego's side.
This is only going to get a lot more difficult, man. Later on, if you want to rely on Nino as your main DPS tool, yes, he does a lot of damage with the Blazing Duet, but once that's down, all these members from the side of Rebellion Zion are going to be way too tanky for him to chuck down.
It's, oh man, I don't know. Alter Ego, they can only, like, the only win condition I see them having right now, as of the 9th minute, is Nino. On the Claude, but even on the Claude, you jump in with your Battle Mirror image, man, you're in for a treat. Fearless, Dyron, Val, even Heist can
With a
one-shot you.
shotgun, yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Alter Ego, they, again, have an early game composition, and it hasn't worked out in the early game.
Well, assassins don't do well against fighters. That is how the rock, paper, scissors matchup works out, right? You can't take out all these fighters and tanks with the Natalia. So right now, Alter Ego is just stuck in a very difficult spot. Pi will be the target from 4 people, and that Fatal Links will be able to secure him as well.
It's messy from side of Alter Ego Esports. They lack coordination in game number 1, but it's just messier here, it seems like, in game number 2. Rebellion Zion, they established a 4,000 gold lead, and they look for another neutral objective here in this Lord, which actually Sally Boy is already anticipate and position himself there with providing vision as well as Nino. We'll see.
He is 2 levels down, man. So Sally Boy, I think the only way Alter Ego wins a fight is if Rebellion Zion group up like really close and the big wombo combo happens. But right now, that is already Leo Murphy out of the picture as Nino goes in.
There you go, Nino with the Blazing Duet full onto Dyron right now. Sully Boy looks for more. Shutdown picked up. High's taken down. Now they're looking for another fight. Pi jumping in with a Falling Star Moon. Rebellion with Sway Low, able to CC, able to slow Pi down. Sully Boy on the back though. He's looking for the damage onto Sway Low. Not enough though. He does not deal enough. The Phantom Execution as well. Onto Val. Think around Sway Low, but he's still able to get out. Fearless, very tanky here in the midst of it all as Dyron has collected more HP as he went up top to clear the waves with his Bloodlust Axe, finishing up his Hunter Strike. Both teams backing off, but finally we're seeing some response from Alter Ego.
Yeah, slowly and steadily here, they are not letting this Lord fall freely into the hands of Rebellion Zion. Still though, economy-wise, map control-wise, it is still for the side of Rebellion Zion. Alter Ego Esports still needs to think of something as Leo Murphy, both roamers here and as well as Val, giving information. It seems like Rebellion, they want to invade the purple buff.
Ooh, aggressive moves from Rebellion Zion. They will deny the purple buff. Actually, Sally Boy is able to secure it as well, but the whole jungle is under control of Rebellion.
No retribution.
Man, as a Lancelot player, Mirko, how sad was it to see the Lancelot just beat up on the Eve and do no damage, man? This is painful for Alter Ego.
Hey man, welcome to the daily life of Mirko and Ranked. that's what I've been dealing with this.
Look at the items, Mirko. For Leo Murphy, he is so...
Oh my
He is
God.
destitute, man. He has nothing. He has 1 bit of have to seize and a bit more physical damage. It won't count for anything, man. He is in dire straits right now. And Alter Ego.
And he can't burst anyone.
Exactly, not a single real target because of the defensive itemization from Suelo. And the Wind of Nature for Highs as well. Right now, Rebellion will just be looking for another big team fight. And as long as they don't group up and get all 5 men bursted down, I don't think there's a way for Alter Ego to win this.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see as the Lord is already chunked to almost half HP. Dyron Friends still, again, committing. But Alter Ego, take a look at the positioning. Sally Boy is ready to steal. Pi is ready to disrupt the backside. It's going to be a reset. Pi alone is able to delay the Lord steal. Not Lord commit by the side of Rebellion Zion. We'll have to wait and see here, folks. As Leo Murphy, his task is to clear top side here, go for the off lane. As an Italian, Rebellion need to respond that wave push top side as well.
I don't think they do. They just go. They can just commit onto the Lord. They have the resources necessary. Lethal counter there, securing the Lord. As Sully Boy jumps in with a puncture. Top side taken down, but they're going to take that trade any day of the week. Tier 1 for an enhanced Lord. Alter Ego, I believe it's the right thing to do as well. They can't look for team fights anymore. What they can do is look for a split push. Not a worth trade, but that's the only thing they can get.
And later on, if you want to split push against a Pakiro, against a Balman, there's just so there's so little, there's so few matchups that Leo Murphy can actually go up against 1v1. As Dairon here is a target for Nino as well as Leo Murphy, but he's making it work just for a little longer, but Leo Murphy will secure that kill.
Oh man, Nino 1v1 winning it out with the help of the Natalia. Pi though, gonna get Chunk Fatal Links, bringing him back into the range of Highs and the real world manipulation is Sway Low. Might be targeted by Leo Murphy, but he actually spots Leo Murphy out, and he's the one who zones Leo Murphy. But Leo Murphy jumping in with the silence, doesn't have to execute this time around. Gonna get stunned up by a perfect match as Hines flickers forward to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, on the base though, that bought enough time for the other members to clear the Lord up. Sully Boy jumping in. Remember, Highs has the win of nature. They need to be very, very careful. The Sully Boy knows it, chooses the discipline route, backs off.
Two members there, 2-0 once again. Rebellion Zion, a strong showing here in the first 15 minutes of second game. And Alter Ego Esports, it seems like they are struggling to find a right approach here. Sure, Selly Boy with that Endless Battle can provide true damage. Udil as well with that Holy Crystal provides a lot of damage, but is it going to be enough here to find the right calls? I mean, Leo Murphy his impact is non-existent in this game, I feel like.
Here, Dairon, you can see he was actually building a lot of an Oracle as well, I believe. So that's a lot of shielding that he doesn't really care. Gets stolen by Esmeralda, but there you go. Leo Murphy will fall once again, but the fight breaks out.
Oh my god, Selly Boy not even able to pick Swalo up. It's Pi who finally does it with the falling Star Moon, but it's a 2-for-1. Only losing Swalo with the Beatrix, they can definitely look for a kill, a siege in the mid lane. They already have the base turret taken down up top, and they're looking for this one. Gani, with the amount of pressure they have and Fearless being so tanky, I believe they can take this down. Pi able to clear it out, but Fearless just tanks the turret up for Highs to get the turret. There you go, base turret taken down. They're looking for more right now. Pi jumps in with the falling Simon. Val goes in for Fatal Links, able to bring Pi back. Instantly burst it down as Nino goes in for Blazing Duet, dealing so much damage actually. Nino still jumping into the Battle Mirror Image, but he will get knocked out. Nino almost surviving, almost making the plays happen, but he does it in time to save the base.
Man, oh man, that Blazing Duet. Remember, he has secured that DHS and as well as Golden Staff Arashi. So again, expect a lot of damage, even though, especially if you're building tank. And yeah, a lot of damage has been put out. And take a look at that, a free mid turret. Alter Ego Esports will take that any day. Plus, to add to that, they might be able to pressure this Lord.
You're gonna control the Lord Pit for sure, but Swalo is there to try and say something about it. Fearless is there in the vicinity as well, so they both can make a play here, but you can see Swalo getting zoned up by Leo Murphy. His spell's already down though.
It's a mistake.
Oh, there you go. Backside, Selly Boy has damage this time. He gets Swalo. Selly Boy dodging out from the redder shot. Val misplaying, using the Fatal Links. Rebellion are starting to crumble, and guess who respawned? It's Nino. With his damage, he's ready to go for another fight. Selly Boy clearing it out, giving the orange buff over to Nino, who has dealt so much damage in the last few team fights, Gani.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. Spy already with a vision. Sprint has been popped as well, but take a look at that. Sally Boy actually is caught by Dairon on the other side. Pi gets taken down. Sally Boy falls as well, and this is not a good thing for side of Alter Ego Rebellion. They look for more here. Nino providing a lot of damage with this basic attack madness, but the cover, Nino is now getting Fearless as well, and now this is going to be our Rebellion still in control.
Oh my goodness, Nino, does he have win of nature? He can actually outplay this. He has been the backbone of Alter Ego, enabling this comeback to happen. It's all come off of Nino's plays, and again, we saw him make a clutch play with a Battle Mirror Image. Now, he's on to the Lord, baiting it out. Dairon in that bush, he's waiting for it. 5 seconds onto Selly Boy, 18 onto Fearless. Alter Ego have a significant lead. Dairon gonna be targeted here as Nino does the damage. Execute by Leo Murphy pop. Oh my goodness, we still have a game on our hands. Nino's
doing it, man. He got the shutdown on Fearless as well, so he just had a huge influx of gold. And now it comes down to execution again as Alter Ego is catching up in the gold department, and this will be, if it's a decisive conclusion to this fight, it might be the last one of the game.
Okay, we'll have to see here, as now it is actually Alter Ego. He is more comfortable in taking the Lord, but Nino
Uh-oh, Nino jumping in very, very deep. Baldo, he knows where he is!
Oh,
He
but
goes
the
for the
follow
fatal
damage.
link, but there's no follow-up. Suelo is literally late to the party. Udo jumps into the back. It's gonna be Suelo taking down Nino 1v2 in a mid lane. Heis going for the same 1v2, but he will not be able to win it. He takes one down though. It's Udil and Sullyboy traded for Heis and Suelo. Rebellion and Alter Ego battling it out.
Man, what the heck is going on here, Arashi? I mean, Rebellion Zion. The last 3 minutes, it was actually them with the control. Sure, Wave, top side, is still favoring their side, but team fight-wise, they're behind now.
Oh, Nino still able to kite away from now. Goes in for the image, dodging away from the perfect match and the fatal links. Nino going for the sprint now. He has the blazing duet. He's going to use it onto Fearless perhaps as he goes in just for some basic attacks. Last few hits onto Fearless. Immortality built up. He dodges away from the perfect match, getting away from the stun as Val once again taken low. Dyron in the back trying to go for the flank onto Nino, but the battle mirror image once again by Nino. Knockout strike missing. Nino dodging everything. Val using the perfect match, trying to get onto Pi. Real world inflation. Nino still has the battle mirror image. He dashes out, and my goodness, no one falls.
0 casualties in that exchange. An amazing, amazing display of macro and as well as micro for both of the teams. But man, props to Nino, dodging, providing, putting every resource into play. And yeah, take a look at this. It's still the Lord battle, Lord standoff here. 0 members, 0 teams commit to this one just yet. But again, Arashi, what do you think? 20 minutes in.
Rebellion Zion need to respect the damage potential from Alter Ego right now. They have caught up, they have items now. Everyone, including Leo Murphy, is now somewhat on the board. So they need to try and make sure that they respect the damage potential and save some crowd control to protect Suelo. These past 2 fights where Alter Ego was able to get massive value, it is all on the back of Suelo being abandoned alone, Val going aggressive along with Dyron, and having no one to cover Heis and Suelo. So if they try and shift towards the defensive position and try and do some poke, right, using Heis as well as Suelo, I think they can still have a good chance of winning out in this game, but it comes down to execution, man. Alter Ego, they have done the impossible before.
I agree. I do agree with you. Suelo needs to be covered, and to add to that, I feel like Val needs to step up as well. I mean, his fatalings missed, what, 2-3 times in a row? So I feel like Val needs to be more patient, needs to be more, perhaps, wary when wasting that fatalings. We'll see, though. It is still just a lore dance here between Pi as well as Fearless. The top side, it seems like Paquito and as well as Natalia will go at it. But remember, Claude is also there to provide backup. Doesn't commit just yet. It is still Alter Ego and as well as Rebellion just dancing. Oh, an engage!
Oh, Val goes over the fatal links, but again, Nino just way too slick with it, able to escape. Leo Murphy as well, dashing out of the real world equation. That's a lot of resources burnt out. Pi jumping in with the falling Sun Moon, able to lock Heis and Dyron into play. Suelo gonna get taken low. Fearless going in, finding Leo Murphy as Val jumps in as well. Pi and Nino getting the damage done, taking Val down. As in the mid lane, they're doing everything they can to push it in. Pi gonna get brought back by Dyron with a knockout strike, but it's gonna be Heis who picks up the kill in the end. Dyron's immortality will find Nino! Goes in and he does the damage enough for Sullyboy to capitalize. Dyron with a knockout strike, able to dish out some damage back onto Sullyboy, but Alter Ego, they got a 2-for-1! Nino, my goodness, stop! He goes for the blazing duet, he finally falls!
It was
Wind of Nature!
He was too late on that Wind of Nature!
No, he couldn't! It's true damage!
Ouch!
Sheesh!
Sheesh! That is insane pace coming out of Nino right now. And Rebellion Zion, they are trying to lose control, man. They started off that sequence by trying to catch Nino out of guard, but Nino is able to dance around them with the battle mirror image. And now, Rebellion Zion still has an advantage. Nino is off the map for 30 more seconds. This is their opportunity, their chance to make a difference.
We're seeing now Suelo taking a lot of damage here. Immortal Pulse Miracle.
Dyron knockout strike onto 2 members, locking him down. Suelo buys some time with a real world inflation, but look at Sullyboy running away, still able to get out. Fearless chasing him down. Thorn throws there. Oh my God, Sullyboy! He gets it with a truncheon pump by Fearless. Fight one more time with fatal links to calm down. Dyron going for the knockout strike. Another winner truncheon. Sullyboy surviving, but in the end, he will fall. It's Nino still respawning. Pi and Udil versus the world. Leo Murphy jumping in again and has stayed onto 2. Dyron with a knockout strike will not be able to save the game. It's a 4-for-1.
They overcommitted their 2 members after seeing Fearless goes down. They should have just retreated. But now, taking a look at the death timers,
oh my God,
things are not looking good. Alter Ego can end this game.
13 seconds until Suelo is back on the map, and after that, 20 before Fearless is up. So there's going to be Heis and Suelo against 4 members from Alter Ego. They are going for the end right here. This will be one of the biggest comebacks we've seen in today's season.
Suelo is up. Rebellion Zion with the defense. Alter Ego instantly back off. Real world manipulation though by Suelo, dishing out so much with the going one that he just bought.
Okay, now Suelo providing more aggressive plays, but Nino, take a look. Yeah, he wants more movement speed, also adding the defense as well. And with that brute force breastplate, can they commit to this Lord? We'll have to see here as Valen as well as Dyrant hasn't responded.
Okay, once again, Gani, this is going to be a tough one. Rebellion Zion trying to steal the turtle away. They have Fearless, they have the enabler. Pi zoning him away. 23,000 HP on the Val. Here he comes. He goes to the perfect match. Fearless on the backside though. Gonna get targeted down with the Torn Rose. Fearless taken down. Meanwhile, Heis trying to cut away. Gets Leo Murphy's immortality. He still needs to cut away from Pi. He gets a kill. Also Leo Murphy, but Nino once again is able to wipe them out. Presented to you by Head and Shoulders. Alter Ego have done it. They've come back from a 9,000 gold deficit. My goodness, they're going to end the game.
Alter Ego Esports, they're so resilient. Waiting for the mid-side, and yeah, Alter Ego Esports Arashi, they managed to force the game 3. What a day, what a start of the week.
Wow, that is an insane performance by Alter Ego. Wow, who would have thought that was gonna happen? My lord, look, listen to the crowd, man. What?
Off cam, just providing utility on that Julian with the enhanced chain. He didn't get too many kills in that game, only a total of 6, but it's not just about kills, Gani. It's about the draft now as we enter the final game of the day, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. We're going straight in with the same exact bans from both Alter Ego and Rebellion, but however, this time we do see a respect ban towards the Julian that was such a nuisance in game 2.
Yeah, it seems like Rebellion, they do not want to gamble on this hero now. Alter Ego, still with the same approach here, similar approach, Fire Mist and as well as Kai. Last time round, second game, they banned out Valentina as well. Will they change their approach?
Ooh, Valentina and Fire Mist, these are the 2 heroes that seem to be polar opposites. They can work with each other. So if Alter Ego wants to ban the Valentina again, that's a lot of utility used, but you know, we'll have to see what exactly they have planned out for Nino, right? Because we can see that when Nino gets going, he can do a lot of work for his team. So maybe securing a gold lane early on will be one of the main plays coming in from Alter Ego as they ban the Franco and they get the Wan ban from Rebellion in return.
Yep.
Well, they can just go for a Beatrix first pick. It is available, but I think Valentina would be the better answer. We can always, well, for Alter Ego, go for the Claude as the second pick, right? As the second phase, well, first phase, second pick.
Yeah.
Valentina is more prior. You do not want to give it over to Suelo.
I agree. I mean, Valentina is pretty straightforward, but it seems like it's still, he's just taking his time here. I do wonder, though, what is Rebellion going to respond with? Perhaps Beatrix and Yves. So we'll have to see. Alter Ego,
Paquito,
of course, will pick up that Valentina. But yeah, Rebellion here responding with Beatrix and perhaps a Paquito. You're right.
Ooh,
so Yves has yet to be picked up.
We're going to see a Claude from Alter Ego. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Claude
that was the main reason as to why they were able to, you know, come back. Right? In that game, it was Nino who got those item power spikes on the Claude. Go for it again, this time with better support. You have a Valentina that provides a lot of utility, and guess what? If Rebellion has a real-world manipulation, so do you. Claude can just be enabled by that. You lock everyone in place with the real-world manipulation, boom, there you go. Blazing Duet into it, and guess what? If you secure something like a Cho here, it would be solid as well. You're up against a Beatrix that needs to be locked down. You need that playmaking hero.
There we go.
And I wasn't spot on the Claude, but I got the Cho.
Yeah.
Esmeralda pickup as well. We're seeing Alter Ego here in game 3. Very different one.
A very different one. So finally, the Leo Murphy is on a Cho. We'll have to wait and see here, Rashi. But I do like that Esmeralda pick. I mean, Pi is very, very strong here. Very nuisance of a hero, especially in the late game on this Esmeralda. What will be the response from inside of Rebellion, though? a Yves?
They can go for a Diggy here, honestly.
Diggy? Okay, I do not like the Yves pickup though, because again, it's going to be hard, but no, Sicilian.
Sicilian. So they're banking on that ultra late game. We saw that last time they were actually playing it. I think they were able to actually get a bit of success in their early game. Swaylo is a known Sicilian player, and they will ban out the Claude after seeing Nino's performance on this hero in the previous game.
This is why I thought Alter Ego would just pick it up in the first phase. The Esmeralda is another prio hero. We've seen Pi perform out of his mind with this hero, but he has a very flexible hero pool. Meanwhile, Nino, the success that Alter Ego have gotten in Season 10 has been on the back of a playmaking gold laner. 1-1, Claude, Phoveus, Beatrix. This time around, they might be going for the Phoveus, but I feel like it might just be banned by Rebellion Zion right now.
Another playmaking hero that Nino likes is actually Yu Song here, so we'll have to wait and see. As Alter Ego would not like it to go against a Barats from side of Rebellion, but Rebellion will respond to a Ling ban.
Huh. That's a Ling ban, despite the fact that we haven't seen great things from Ling in the season so far. For Celiboy though, he was doing he was in a difficult spot on that Lancelot, and he was able to catch up and actually do a lot of damage. Contribute a lot to his team in the late game, but does he want to go for yet another assassin pick? That is the question. If Rebellion goes for more fighters, the same way we saw in the previous game.
I think Alter Ego needs to remove that out of the equation. Get the Bauman banned. Just force Rebellion to play the Paquito in the jungle or to pick a hero that maybe Fearless isn't comfortable on. Meanwhile, a comment from a world champion coach is here, Ducky, saying Udil and Godiva are his favorite players in MPL Season 10.
Wow. That's a hot take.
That must be a big ego boost for Godiva
and Udil.
Right? So we have to see, man. They banned out the Barats as well as the Matilda for Alter Ego. So that won't be available. If they want to go and withstand the early aggression and have someone that can take the way of the dragon from William Murphy, they have to pick someone big, someone tanky. Uranus, maybe, if they want.
I think they've been finding a lot of success with Swaylo. I mean, with Dyron on the Paquito.
Right.
Just pick up a Bauman right here, and you can go for the Diggy as the final pick. Just, put that roamer on the spot right now. Secure a solid jungler first because you need it. They go for a Baksha, so... Oh, okay, this is good too, because it's a flex pick. They don't know where this is going right now. Baksha can go as a roamer, can also go as a jungle, or perhaps can go in the XP lane and the Paquito can be the jungler.
Still, so yeah, I feel like the approach here from side of Rebellion is still up in the air here. Alter Ego, they really need to commit onto a jungler and as well as a gold laner here. One hero that is quite good is Carry perhaps. Yeah.
Ooh, Carry, right, to deal with the beefier members on the side of Rebellion. That might be an option, but Clint will be the option they go for. Ooh, it's not bad, but they have to see how this plays out in the gold lane. And now with a Bauman pick, the early game of Alter Ego is absolutely solid. Can they use it to pressure highs as well as get Nino going? I think that is one of the best ways they can actually secure a victory in game number 3.
Ruby or Rafaela? I think that's a solid pickup for Rebellion Zion right now. Put the Baksha in the jungle, Paquito in the XP lane, and secure a disengage, a good cover hero for the Sicilian and the Beatrix. Ruby works, in my opinion. It will be able to cancel a lot of that engage potential from the Cho, from the Valentina, and even from the Esmeralda. Or they could go for the other pick here, the one that we mentioned earlier, Diggy, if they really are feeling... Whoa, Rafaela?
Oh, okay. Well, that is the option they go for. I guess they want to augment the kiting potential from these members, but...
Wait a minute, this is a very similar draft.
Oh, okay, Dyron will play that Paquito like game 1 and 2, but Arashi, composition is set from both of the teams. This is the last game. I want to hear your thoughts. Which composition do you prefer?
I think considering that Alter Ego right now actually have the tools they need to secure a strong early game, to secure the playmaking maneuvers in the mid game to get their lanes ahead, I think, and Celiboy is actually on a fighter, not an assassin, right? I think there's a lot of success in, potentially for Alter Ego, provided they get the execution properly. And for Rebellion, I think if it comes to the really, really far late game, they have a chance, but at the same time, once it goes to that ultra late game stage, there's a lot of pick-off potential from Alter Ego. So I think I have to side with Alter Ego on this one.
A lot of play-making potential indeed. Game number 3 will commence soon, ladies and gentlemen. Commence now, rather. Let's just jump into the portal. Land of Dawn we go, Alter Ego, and as well as Rebellion's Iron going at it for the last and final time.
Oh, let's see. All right. Yeah, it's Fearless on the Baksha here. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm really curious to see what...
Oh, a slide his mechanic there.
Okay, both of them this time going with the Demon Slayer.
Right. So I think they're both are going to try and actually, contest the neutral objectives and try and clear as fast as possible. We saw the potential for these fighter junglers to just take over the game if they get rolling, like Fearless earlier on. But whoa, that's a lot of damage onto Val on the back of Leo Murphy and Udil, and already a better look for Alter Ego.
Exactly. Leo Murphy on the Joe. This is why it's a signature pick, and maybe that's why they haven't really, let him play it. They want to hide the strat for later into the season.
Perhaps that is the approach there. We'll see, will it pay off or not? Rebellion Zion here. Val already forced to use that flicker. No flicker till the first turtle, so we'll have to see what will Val brew up here. Leo Murphy opening up the bush already, trying to give pressure, of course, providing cover as well for Nino. Yeah, seems like a normal tempo here. Early game from both Alter Ego as well as Rebellion. Val here trying to give pressure as well on this Rafaela. But it seems like with the spells and as well as emblems here, it's quite clear that Fearless just wants a fast clear. And take a look at that pie. Amazing timing on that steal.
Oh, Nino steals the gold buff away from Highs as well. And I question how well Rebellion can do when Val is not on a playmaking hero, because he is one of the tip of the spears for Rebellion Zion, and without his engages, what will they do when the fight breaks out?
Well, right now, the answer is they're not going to do anything. They're going to fall back because Selly Boy just secures the turtle without the lethal counter, without the retribution. They're going to go for the invade here onto Fearless. Wade the Dragon not used just yet. Finally going to be popped there as Selly Boy goes in, uses the lethal counter onto the purple buff, but it's still Fearless who gets it as he goes in for the shield unity. Pi taken down. Dyron looking for Udil, gets him up with a knockout strike, and that is all she wrote. Udil though with the sprint. Oh my god. I thought that he was going to get taken down, but the sprint was used last second to get out of that situation.
Much Jekundo as well, and what do you see from the talents here, Arashi? But what an engage and re-engage from Rebellion and as well as Alter Ego.
For both Nino and Highs ensuring they have a very strong late game power spikes with that emblem, and similarly for Fearless and Selly Boy, it's the same kind of situation. The only big difference is between Udil and Suelo, because Udil for sure wants to pressure in the lane with a more aggressive selection of emblems, and so far he's been doing really, really good, but Suelo is still stacking quite comfortably, so maybe they want to try and disrupt that somehow.
I guess that is going to be the approach there, but Baksha, Fearless already invading the purple buff from the side of Alter Ego Esports, which might give them the edge here. Falman with 0, no purple buffs in hand. 40 seconds till the next turtle, but it seems like now they want to fight mid-side. Shield Unity connects on towards Udil. No sprint this time as Udil taking a lot of damage. Valentina will just fall deleted out of the map. And now Rebellion Zion with the control. They look for another engage, perhaps topside. Oh!
Yeah, Jikundo with the dragon there, bringing Highs back, but the flicker there, and the support from Val, the holy healing coming down. Very, very clutch from Rebellion Zion, still grasping onto their lead as Highs tries to put on more damage onto Nino. I think that was a misplay though from Alter Ego. The way the dragon wasn't aimed properly because of Highs hugging the wall.
Exactly, and it was made on the back of Leo Murphy's flicker as well, so it wasn't the best result for Alter Ego, considering the Rebellion was able to secure a play of their own in the mid lane, and now they have control over the turtle pit, and Leo Murphy gets chunked down.
Yeah, Dyron with a knockout strike, able to get Leo Murphy chunked down. Fearless and Silly Boy, Retribution battle, here it is, lethal counter with the Retribution pop, away the dragon as well, locking Fearless in place as he's still able to survive with the Turtles and Puissance, finally getting taken down by Udil, and again, Alter Ego secure an objective and a kill. 2 for 0.
A little overzealous there perhaps from the movements by Fearless, but yeah, take a look up top side, and Nino getting the space that he needs to chunk that gold shield turret to half HP. And Rebellion Zion, who look for For a moment, they were up in their momentum, but man, Highs steals away that gold buff. Now, you can see here, 2v2 top side, Leo Murphy providing cover as well as Val. Highs here will clear the lane with Nibiru's passion, but it seems like Boy wants more.
This is what they need to do. They need to just keep on pressuring Rebellion Zion, but that's a retribution actually popped in by Boy. Shield Unity onto Udil right now. That's going to be the Sanguine Claws not connecting onto anyone. Boy going to get chunked very low, using the lethal counter defensively, and it's Fearless who picks the kill up. Towards his Poisons now, popped by Fearless, buying some more time as Spy rotates towards the mid lane, leaving the bottom side. It's going to be Wave pushed into the mid lane, but Dyron's putting a lot of good damage onto the turret. He might actually be able to take this down. Pi late to the table. He gets blocked by the wall, and Dyron picks the first turret of the game. Meanwhile, top side, Rebellion sieging down this top side as well. And again, it's Rebellion Zion making a very good clutch call.
Oof, this is very close right now, and look at the gold lane here. Highs has the Hunter Strike, but Nino has the Endless Battle, so trading is going to be beneficial for Nino, and he has a lot more burst, but can Alter Ego set up the map for those gold lane dives? That will be the main question.
Uh-oh, there you go. Jikundo flicker by Leo Murphy actually, but again, this is what the Rafaela provides for his team. Sublime disengage with the Holy Baptism and the heals.
Oh. Fearless here with the Shield Unity. He's trying to find the right engage. As Turtle is up now, Boy already in that vicinity. Oh, take a look at inside though. Both members from Rebellion as well as Alter Ego dancing around. As of right now, Boy has his space, but Pi and Leo Murphy will provide cover. Fearless now with that Shield Unity will crash onto Leo Murphy. Not sure if that's the right target, but there you go. Pi out of nowhere will claim that turtle. And take a look at this. A Warren shoes. A Boy, Udon as well as Pi will try to disengage. No casualties just yet. And yeah, the second turtle will fall to the hands of Alter Ego.
And Spirit was popped by Pi there. Alter Ego, they seem to always be caught out in a weird situation where they want to match the aggression, but they fail to, I guess, calculate the damage properly. We saw Boy get taken out on the top side earlier, and there we almost saw Pi get taken out as well. And that is way after the play has initially ended. So Alter Ego need to play it a bit more carefully, because Rebellion Zion, they have a lot more tools that are kind of subtle. They have slows from Val, and they have a lot of ways for Sway to just dish out damage from a lot farther away. So they have to be very, very careful with the distance management.
Yeah.
Leo Murphy, he's looking for a pick onto Highs right now. Goes over to Jikundo. Only healing is there, but just deletes him off of the top side. Man, again, Alter Ego finding the correct plays on the map. Shield Unity as well. Onto Leo Murphy. Boy's here as well to provide the backup. Sway low. Go over to bad impacts. Onto Nino, dealing a lot of damage as Udil jumps in, doing the same amount to Sway low, backing him up, and it's still Alter Ego was able to clear out the waves and put on pressure on the map. Meanwhile, mid lane, Dyron getting caught by the falling Sunwood, goes over the knockoff strike, only connecting on to the minion as he flickers back away. Rebellion Zion on the back foot.
Amazing stuff there by Dyron. He realizes that the mid from the side of Rebellion Zion is quite vulnerable. He went there, even though it was a 2v1, but he manages to get that clear to defend that tower from the mid side.
We have a player performance fun fact here. The most picked hero for Leo Murphy is Natalia and Cho, and Pi here taking damage from 3 members, popping that sprint yet again. And here's the difference, right? Alter Ego, they've been making plays for Nino, whereas for Rebellion Zion, their ganks have not been targeting Nino at all. So this is an opposite of game number 1. And honestly, it's scary, man. Highs will be behind as Nino will have a lot more free space to farm.
Yeah, I mean, last time around, both gold laners are setting up to build that BOD. We'll have to see here which gold laner has that BOD first. Seems like Alter Ego Esports with that economy lead they are behind here. Rebellion, they might go for that Lord, and they got the Lord. Udil trying to find the right engage, but it seems like Rebellion, they do not want business. Immediate disengage, waiting for the Lord.
Lord Slain presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. Rebellion Zion. That was a very good setup, actually. They used that top side as a distraction, and they snuck. Yeah, they actually sneaked it. Yeah.
Essentially, Alter Ego was not aware that they were doing it, and as in compensation, Alter Ego did get the bottom tower. But will that be enough, though? It's good for them, considering they have a pick off composition, I think having more towers will be more beneficial than the first Lord. So maybe it's calculated trades from the side of Alter Ego.
Let's see, let's see. With the amount of pressure that they have right now, especially with the poke damage that their composition provides, it's going to be huge for them to siege down turrets. They do better while they are having the Lord pushing down into that bottom side because of the poke that they have. If they go for just full-on teamfight, I believe Alter Ego has a big advantage here. So that's exactly what Rebellion are doing. They're using the Lord as a distraction for the Sicilian and for the Beatrix to chunk that mid lane, but they're doing it a little bit too late. Nino cleared it out already. Sunnyboy is able to actually buy the time for that mid lane turret to fall very, very late, and they're only going to be able to get one tier 1, perhaps then tier 2 up top. So not the greatest value when it comes to the first Lord.
But yeah, I feel like with another structure down here, the movements from side of Alter Ego Esports will be limited. Oh, bad side though. Leo Murphy coming in very aggressively. Darren trying to zone the damage dealers from side of Alter Ego away as Leo Murphy will get out of that sticky situation. And yeah, item-wise, seems like both gold laners have secured that BOD.
Well, both have DOD, but Nino has the Malefic Roar, so Fearless and Dyra need to be a bit more careful because the penetration will come in very, very handy. Whereas for Heist, though, he has the Hunter Strike, so a bit more burst, essentially. And I think when it comes down to longer fights where spells and abilities have been spammed out, I think Alter Ego still has the advantage, though, unless Suelo has free reign because he has the Ice Queen's one on top of the core items, the Clock of Destiny and Lightning Truncheon.
There's a lot of damage as well from the Paquito. He's going for the Bloodlust. He went for the Hunter Strike as well. Has a little bit of utility there as he is going up against an Esmeralda. But Rebellion Zion, they're going for something here. They're using that Shield Unity mobility to control the map, open up spaces, especially with the help of Val's healing. They actually are able to move as a unit very fast across the map. But this game, so far, has been a very objective-oriented game. Both teams 3-3, 6 kills in 12 minutes.
Yeah, it seems like both teams, I mean, a lot of action, but I feel like little casualties were given here in this game. But now, Lord is up. Enhanced Lord, mind you. We'll see here the approach by both of the teams. Alter Ego Esports do not want to replicate the same mistake they did. Oh, Val gets engaged on.
Leo Murphy with the Jikundo Flicker, finding Val, kicking him back over to the lethal counters. Fearless won't be able to soak in that much damage. Nino dealing so much with the early Malefic Roar. In the bottom side, Dyron was able to clear the minions out, but he did not commit onto the turret. Because of that, Alter Ego, with the 2-0 lead that they have in terms of kills, they have a man advantage. They're going to be able to use it to set up for the Lord. A free Lord going to the hands of Alter Ego. Now they have the pressure to put on the map. Rebellion Zion on the back foot. They have very good high ground though.
Yeah, they have very high ground. And remember, Sway Low is completing his stacks. Not completing, he's increasing his stacks. Take a look at the damage dealt by Axe though. Woodil is still standing strong with 48,000 worth of damage, followed Suelo by Suelo closely. And yeah, top 4 is going to be 3 members by the side of Alter Ego. Only a member from the side of Rebellion is up there.
Here you go. They're trying to go for the push into that mid lane. Leo Murphy, though, needs to be very, very careful. Holy Baptist finds its mark. Leo Murphy's still able to dash over the jump pool, but Heist gets the kill with a Wesker. Now Sway Low, targeted in the back line as Udil jumps in. Will take a whole lot of damage there. Sidewing Claws, though, again connecting all the 2 members. The front and back here. Nino taking low, but look at Sunny Boy. Look at Pi, and look at Nino. He got a double kill with the Lord. They can certainly end. It's a 3-for-1. Only Heist left to defend with Dyron as well. Full HP on the Lord as they dive in under the base. It's a reverse sweep for Alter Ego.
Wow, what a performance, man. Woo! That is crazy. Just like that, we talked about how it's just gonna